Why I hate Joe Rogan. The smooth-brained, slack-jaw, mouth-breathing Joe Rogan dumbing down of America experience. Let's talk about it. What's up, YouTube? You guys already know what it is. I'm Chef Dex, and I need two favors from you. I need you to hit that subscribe button, and the second favor I need you to hit that notification bell. I want to talk about my disdain for Joe Rogan and the dumbing down of America experience. You know, if it wasn't for Fear Factor, where a bunch of wannabe crackheads got together and ate worms and jumped off buildings and moving cars, no one would know who Joe Rogan is. You know, he made that smooth transition in the UFC, and I get it. You got to get your money, right? But this thing that he's doing or has done, he is single-handedly responsible for dumbing down America with the Bro Podcast. First thing I want to talk about is his opinion of critical race theory. If you know Joe Rogan, you know he's not a CRT fan, right? He had this whole thing about his daughter being taught a thing. Now, this first clip I'm going to play is something that I learned as a child, right? But I learned it in school. There were white kids in school, and I'm sure they learned it too. Now, if they retained it, I don't know. You know, it is what it is. But I know this thing did not help or hurt the relationship between black and white folk. Because some people will want you to believe when it comes to slavery and that history of America, that it wasn't bad, right? That slaves were happy. You know, you think about the movie Gone with the Wind, you think about that cartoon Brer Rabbit, that slaves were always depicted as happy, right? I've even heard people now on the internet say, well, slavery wasn't that bad. Slaves were happy. They learned a trade. That's bullshit, right? But let's play the first Joe Rogan dumbass clip.
Fuck. So look at George Washington's teeth. Like, find this. So, you know, George Washington had like this crazy setup. Those were teeth from his slaves.
I thought his teeth were made of wood or something.
No, it's wood around it. That's wood holding it in place. That's his teeth. That's what it looks like with springs.
Oh, fuck.
So he had those springs in his mouth. Is that why his mouth was always like he had? Look at that photo of him down there. Look how his mouth sticks out.
He's trying to hold his teeth down.
Oh my God, that's so nuts. So the springs kept the teeth in his mouth. Holy shit, dude. That's him down there with no teeth and a mouthful of slave teeth.
Fuck,
that's evil.
Imagine him coming home smiling at his slaves and they're like, yeah, those are my teeth.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. Look at that. That's what his teeth look like. And they were all pulled from slaves.
God damn it. I didn't.
How come we never learned that in school?
Whoa, dude, that's fucking evil. You hear that dumb bro shit? This dude is smooth brained, man. Okay? You never learned it in school, Joe, because you don't want it taught in school. Did you hear what the first guy said? I thought his teeth were made of wood or something. That's the whitewashing of history. They want to make it seem, oh, George Washington had wooden teeth. No, son. That's not what he did, dumbass. He found a slave, and if the slave had nice teeth, he'd take them. Dead or alive, it didn't matter. But that's not the history you were taught. Or that's not the history you remember. Maybe they didn't teach that in special ed class. Maybe they had you coloring or something. But I remember it, right? And the white kids I grew up with, it didn't make them hate themselves. It's just a thing that they learned. Either they retained it or didn't, but they learned it. Joe Rogan, you are dumb.
That are doing it now. They're like, what did I do?
Right.
Like, what did I choose? Like, how is this guy?
Yeah, you just can't listen to an interview where he's saying some of the stuff he says that just makes no sense at all.
Like yesterday or a couple days ago, he's talking about the Revolutionary War. He's like, one of the reasons why we lost the Revolutionary War, one of the problems with the Revolutionary War was they didn't have enough airports.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
A few moments later.
The same stable genius that said the biggest problem we had in the Revolutionary War is we didn't have enough airports.
Is that fake?
It's not fake, but he was referencing Trump saying that.
It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he fucked up.
So when it was Joe Biden, it was, dude, pulling, you're out of there, dude. What did we do? What did we do? But when you find out it's your orange best fucking friend, oh, well, you know, he messed up. It's cool. Like, what you got going on, man? You don't even have the balls to say, you know what, I made a mistake. This guy's jacked up too. There were no airports during the Revolutionary War. Or maybe you believe, since Donald Trump said it, that there were airports during the Revolutionary War. If Biden said it, he's crazy. But Donald Trump said it, you believe it. Oh, well, maybe they were. Dude, maybe there were airports during the Revolutionary War. You little crony over there with his axe gel hair all haired up. Dummies, man. Bricks. They're bricks on this show. Play the next clip.
There was more CO2 released from that one volcano erupting than everything human beings have ever done.
Really?
Fact-checked, volcanoes do not produce more CO2 emissions than human activity.
Reuters is on your...
Where do you get this information from? Where? And why would anybody of sound mind follow you for more than one or two shows when 90% of the time you're wrong? And 90% of the time you don't have the balls to say, I was wrong. You try to force your misinformation to be true. It's not fucking true. Dude, you're not a fucking intellectual. You're not smart. Where do you get this information? I feel sorry for the subscribers. I feel sorry for the people that follow you and listen to you because they're too intellectually lazy to move on to something better. Play the next clip.
You know what they done in Texas? You know what's crazy? A friend of mine went, and he's a white guy, and he went and they told him that they couldn't give it to him because of his age and his body mass, because he's white, but if he was Hispanic or black, they would be able to give it to him.
That's so messed up.
And he went, what?
Wait, what?
He said, if I looked exactly like my body now, but I had more melanin.
That's crazy.
You'd be able to, she goes,
because of your
yes,
skin tone.
because you'd be in an at-risk group.
It's like a long episode of Black Mirror.
Fact check. No policy denies white people antibody treatment, Texas Health Department says. But there's a video of it.
So even after you were fact checked and the video was fact checked, you still chose not to believe it and push the narrative that you have a white friend that was denied a COVID shot here in Texas only because he was white. Smooth brain, slack jaw, mouth breather. Let's do one more clip.
Well, it's also like if you look at the amount of donors that donate to the left versus donate to the right. Have you ever seen that chart?
No.
It's fucking nuts. The left gets so many more donations than the right does. Like it's a giant difference. What do you got,
shows
Jim?
the top donors to OpenSecrets.org. 6 of the top 7 are Republicans.
Oh,
Individual
interesting.
donors.
Individual donors. What I was talking about was like they showed a chart that had like Google, Facebook, all these mega corporations that were donating. Go to top corporation donations via party.
It is a complete facade.
This is the number one. This is corporations. So they donate more than Google.
Top contributors, organizations, federal contributions.
So 82 million is the top one, and that's Empower Parents, PAC, and these are right wing. Is that why it's red?
Yes, dumbass. Republicans are red, not orange. Democrats are blue. That's exactly why it's red. Again, false information that you just pull out of thin air and try to make it true. I don't understand. This is why I hate Joe Rogan. On one hand, he is amazed of a fact that he found out about George Washington and wondering why it's not taught in school. On the other hand, he's against teaching that fact in school. He makes things up out of midair. This is the truth. Well, no, it's not. Let's fact check it. Then he will try to force what he made up into being true. It just don't work that way, Joe. Water is wet. You can't tell me it's dry and then try to explain to me why it's dry. It's wet. I don't care. The Joe Rogan dumbing down experience. That should be the new name for that show. Because as you watch it, you lose brain cells. If you watch it, you will tend to want to use Axe body spray. If you watch it, you'll want to put gel in your hair and walk around with a big gallon jug of water in a tank top. You'll go, whoa, a lot. Stop watching it. It's killing your brain cells. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Please click like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side.